I didn't grow up in a Christian home, so it comes as no surprise the day that I found myself at the very bottom of a deep pit. And I decided that I couldn't do it anymore, and I looked up and I prayed to a God I didn't know. And I said, God, if you exist, here's my life. You take it. I'm not doing anything with it, and it's meaningless. Here, it's yours. And God began to speak to my heart, and he said, get out of the situation that you're in. So I left the situation I was in and took the next step. And God spoke it again, and he said, read anything and everything you can get your hands on. So I began to read, and I picked up a book by Norman Vincent Peale, which said, if you really want life change, you'll go into a local church. So I went to a local church, and in that church, the pastor said, if you really want life change, you'll pick up the Bible. And that scared me. But I did it a month into my attendance at that church. And in the Bible, I read in Matthew, Jesus' commands to love God and to love others as you love yourself. So I began to seek out how I could do that. And one of the ways that God called me to serve was overseas in Ghana, West Africa, on a 2-week mission trip. And while I was there, my heart broke when I went and sat with babies that were dying of AIDS in the orphanage. And then God began to restore my heart when I visited a village that put up a library that was promoting community literacy in their mother tongue. And I was really inspired, and I came home and I couldn't stop talking about this library. And one of my friends said, well, you should take the Perspectives Missions course. So I tried to figure out how to do that. And while I was in that course, I prayed over the 800-page reader, and I said, God, show me your passion for my life. Show me what I'm supposed to do, and hit my heart through this book. And I opened up to a 2-page article by Cameron Townsend on the importance of Bible translation in the mother tongue. And it struck my heart. And I said, that's what I have to do for the rest of my life. It doesn't matter if I do anything else. This is what I'm supposed to do. And so I talked with the Wycliffe recruiter, and I said, I want to do Bible translation. And he said, well, do you have a degree? I said, no. And he said, well, you need a degree. I said, where do I do that? So he sent me to Trinity Western University and Canadian Institute for Linguistics. And I studied there for 4 years. But before I left, I said, God, I know you didn't get me out of debt and save my life just so that I can jump back into debt to get an education. So Lord, I will only go as far as you provide for me. And step after step and year after year, the Lord provided for me in miraculous ways. So here I am before you, a graduated linguist from Trinity Western, CanIL, and I am headed to Papua New Guinea as a linguist translator.